Hi, welcome to an MUWSC podcast. We're here at a sunny Old Trafford. It's the media day before the game on Sunday against Everton here at Old Trafford, and we've got to sit down with the boss. Hope you enjoy it. Hi, we're here with the boss, Marc Skinner. Thanks for giving us some of your time today, boss.
No problem.
Just going to get right into it because we haven't got a lot of your time. How excited are you to be playing here on Sunday at Old Trafford?
I mean, hopefully you can tell by my face, it's going to be such a wonderful, wonderful thing. I mean, as a coach, talking solely from me, it feels like it's a special moment in my career. But also I'm going to make sure that we don't treat it that way in terms of the performance has to stay business-like. But what a great event. Like, you know, I know you guys have worked so hard to kind of push the standards of our women's kind of team and so on. So for us all to experience it together is a really, really great thing. And I wouldn't worry too much about your time. We've got time. I've always got time for the fans, always. So if we go off skew a little bit, there's nothing more I can give you than my time. So
That's great.
I appreciate everything that you do.
Thanks, boss. Thanks for that. What's the mood amongst the players for this game?
I think it's one of wonderful excitement. They feel like privileged to obviously play in front of our fans in such a wonderful stadium. But I think it's just, it can't be too big in their minds. They've got to focus.
Yeah.
We've got to do the business. We want the points.
Yeah.
So we've got to give absolutely everything. But I think there's going to be special moments. There's going to be. I spent one earlier. Obviously, it's my birthday today, so to see how far we've come, I took just a snapshot. You know, you take a moment in time, and that's what the players will do. Everyone at some point this weekend will take a snapshot, but during that 90, we're not going to drop anything. We're going to be focused, laser focused.
Have you done anything differently to prepare for this game here on Sunday?
All we've actually said is just reminded the players that they probably won't hear us. That's the beauty of it. You can hear most of everything we say on every other game, but with our fans cheering, I mean, you guys make it loud enough anyway, but actually when there's that many people echoing around the stadium, they probably won't hear us. So just to really stay focused on the key things they can control. Yeah.
A couple of games ago you played at Reading, and that was obviously a bigger pitch than what you're used to. Did that give you some insight onto how to play on the pitch here on Sunday?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, do you know what, pitch is predominantly, this is probably the biggest it can be, but it's predominantly the stage, and what looks different is the uprise.
Yeah.
So where the stadium dwarfs the pitch, that's what feels different. And look, Reading's a wonderful stadium, but I mean, this is just a magnificent stadium. This is a hallowed turf, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for us, it'll feel different just because of the magnitude of, you know, we're looking now at the Sir Alex Ferguson stand and what a legend he is. So
yeah, I
think it'll be that feel, but I think it's something we can control mentally.
Will you be able to take anything from the moment of the game?
I hope so. Do you know what? I'm somebody that tries to move forward very quickly because the job dictates that you have to do that. But I think I'm going to spend a moment. There'll be some time where I just spend a moment potentially with me, Laura, and Sadie as a look where we're at. Yeah. Like a moment to take it in, but it will only be a moment because we've got business.
Have you walked around the pitch yet?
I've walked around it. I'm gonna at some point get on it, but it's just you know what you don't see when you're walking down the sides. Obviously, it's still a rise to the field.
Yeah,
that sometimes is deceiving.
Yeah,
but it's just mesmerising this wonderful stadium, because you know what I think you feel, and you'll feel this because you absorb everything about Manchester United. How many experiences have you had here?
Yeah, that
you can recall how it made you feel.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do for our fans. I want to, in the future, continue to put things where you go, I remember where we were on that day.
Yeah.
That performance, that player scoring that goal, and everything else fades in significance then. But I want us to achieve that with our women's team.
Yeah.
That's part of this kind of project for us.
When you first heard about the United job, what were your thoughts? Did you go for it straight away?
It was the only job. It was I genuinely mean this. It's easy for me to say that, but it was the only job I was coming back for. I needed something. I'm a big believer in something that really sparks your spirit, and I believe, even though I'm not a Mancunian, that people from the Midlands and Manchester have a very kind of affinity the way they see the world, and you know, I feel that I could make something special here that was already here as the platform, the foundation, the fans is the most important thing. But I felt that it could be home. I felt it could be like home for us, and so it was no doubt difficult to leave, but we picked our family up and moved them back to England for this experience, because this is a special club.
What does it mean to you being Man United manager?
I mean, I'm going to try not to get emotional, but it really does mean the world. Like, I don't know if there's any more. You know, you look at your pinnacles of your career, and you know, I hope to win many things here, and I hope for us to bring us lots and lots of success. But this will always, when I retire, this will always be a wonderful, wonderful place, and something I don't think you can ever do anything but love.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I bet you do.
When you first got offered the job, Amy Turner, who's a fan favourite, was out in Orlando. Did she tell you anything about the club or mention anything?
I did ask a little bit, of course, but I didn't want to let her know too much. No, it was a moment I never got to speak to the players before I left. Like, I got them to tell them that I was leaving, and that was it. So I never really got to speak to Amy. And of course we took Amy to Orlando. So I didn't need much. Right. I didn't need much. I never needed to be convinced. I just needed to experience it for myself. And I think we can take the experiences of others, and people can advise us, but unless I feel it, it's not going to be the same. I want it to be organic. I want to feel what it feels to be like Manchester United coach. Yeah. So I don't need advice. I need to feel it. I need to be part of it and feel it with the fans.
And have you felt it?
Yeah, I've felt it, and I feel it every day. Like, this is a big club. Like, the job we do is exhausting. People might think, we stand up, do a few cones, and the magnitude of growing this club, as you're feeling now, and you've been it from the start, it is huge. And I feel I like there's a pressure to get that right for us, because I feel the weight of expectation. Yeah. But it's what drives me every day.
I mean, we spoke at Carrington. We kind of gave us some time at Carrington a few months ago, and you said you were going to be staying after you met us for a good hour. For me, you've become the epitome of a Man United manager. You're not just going in training, you're staying, you're doing your stuff like that. And I loved that. I loved when you said that. I was like, that's it.
Yeah. No, look, thank you. And I'm only giving as much as you give. Like, there are hours in a day you need to see your loved ones, but my staff work extremely hard and the players work extremely hard too. Like, we love it. Yeah. It's tough, but everything that you love is always tough, isn't it? Family, the people you love, they always wind you up. Yeah. And then you have to find a way of overcoming it. But no, I love it, and I'll exhaust myself to try and bring us success.
Has anything surprised you about this season of the WSL, or is it the way you kind of left it?
Yeah, no, it's much different. It's much different. It's evolved. It's massive. Like, it's only, and we know it's only at the start. Yeah. But just the coverage, just even the media interest alone is a massive scope of how far it's travelling. And look, we have a responsibility to grow our game. Yeah. And our women's game, us as males are the allies to helping our strong women grow. Yeah. Like, I feel that every day. My pinnacle in my life is to leave women's football in a better space, Manchester United in a better space. All I try to do is, when I pick a team up, is leave them in a better place than when we found them. And we found them in a great space. Yeah. So, but for us, I think we've got our responsibility. Events like Sunday help us grow. You know, I've got a daughter, and I want her to grow up with the same opportunities that boys have to play. Yeah. And you know, that's a bigger scope than even just trying to be Manchester United manager.
Yeah, I mean, women's football was new to me until United came, and then I'm just hooked on.
You're all in, mate.
I'm all in.
You're all in.
I am.
I know. I know that, and hence the reason it's easy for this conversation to happen, because I know you're all in, and everyone who's all in is an ally.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you think the season's gone so far?
Do you know what? Look, we've had some punches, and we took some punches from teams, but we came in late to pre-season. Yeah. And you know, we inherited a team of wonderful humans that have very good football ability, but it takes some time to adapt. And do you know what? I think people get this confused. When you give somebody instruction, doesn't mean they're going to do it. You know, they try it, they have to learn it. And the wonderful thing about football, things adapt. You can have a ricochet there and it falls to her, she scores.
Yeah.
And then you're 1-0 behind.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's like a process, and I have to maintain any sanity, I have to make it a process. So I think we've done well in moments. We've shown really good resilience. We've had a series of clean sheets. We've had some series of good runs and results. Against the teams that are competing in and around us, I'd like for us to be a lot kind of more mentally strong in those moments. But we can only do that from experience. We've got a young team.
Yeah.
And it's no excuse, but we're growing that experiences. So when we play the next game, we'll learn and keep learning.
Okay. Got some quick fire questions for you now.
Oh wow, go on then.
Okay. Favourite player song? And it can't be Marc Skinner's Balmy Army.
No, do you know what? It's got to be Tooney's one. You know, she sung it on Sky.
Oh, Tooney's on Fire.
No, I woke up this morning feeling fine. Now, it's not because my name is, because I know Stoney's Army was in there first, but just when she sung it, like my daughter sings it now.
All right.
So my daughter sings that song, and I'll record it and I'll send it to you so you can see it. But she sings it all the time. She sings United, so it's all of those. But you're so creative in that.
Yeah.
That's my favourite, just because I think it's attached moments to. But I'm pretty sure I'll go for. I did like the Christmas one, the Hayley Ladd songs.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's funny, but there's so many great ones. I've got the songbook in my bag. I've got the songbook in my bag that you gave me. I'm trying to learn them, but I'll definitely, that's my start, but I will come back. Sorry, that was meant to be quick fire.
It's all right. Favourite goal of the season we've scored?
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to mean this. Anyone.
Oh, okay.
Anyone, because I want more.
Yeah.
And I want more and more. A team goals or kind of strikes. I did like Leslie's goal against Reading. There's just those little bits like that. But Tooney's hit the Leicester one, the rocket that she hit, wonderful goals. But I do like a mix.
Have you got a favourite game we've played this season?
Ooh. I can tell you one that wasn't my favourite, which was Chelsea. But no, look, I think the resilience that we've shown in some of them, I've been pleased. The 5-0 against Aston Villa was a good performance from us. But no, I'm still waiting. I'm very hard to please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Very hard.
Your first experience of us as fans was at Glasgow. What do you remember about us that day?
Honestly, I just knew it was with something special. Like I sometimes it's hard because the way I use my words, it sounds sometimes like maybe I'm cheesy, but I don't mean to be. It's actually, I knew from that moment I was in something special, because the players started to adapt instantly. But then when I saw how many of you would turn up to a freezing cold Glasgow, and at that time you would allocate those tickets and they were gone. Yeah. And then you were there. Yeah. And to see that love and passion, like women's football, you know this, it's grown from the die-hard core fans. Yeah. And when I heard, and I always listen, and I can be honest with you, sometimes I get, it's just part of my psyche, being probably English, is that it's like a little bit uncomfortable sometimes when people call your name. Like, that's just my natural English reaction. Yeah. It got better when I was in the States, because they can deal with that, but it's just, I love the energy. I love it. So that's when I knew it was special. So the Rangers thing, it was funny because the tickets went on sale the Friday morning. Friday morning we bought the tickets and we arranged the coach that afternoon. It was the quickest we've ever done anything. It was, and there was no hesitation from any of the people that were there. We're going. They're brilliant all the time, though, mate. Yeah. Honestly, I love them. I mean, people think we're crazy the amount of up and down we travel, but it's just what we do. Well, you're absorbed in it. Yeah. And you're in love with it. I mean, last Wednesday at Chigwell, it was freezing, cold, raining, but we were still there. And singing. And singing your heart out. Yeah. And we feel that. I promise you, the players love it. They feel it. We know when we don't perform well. We know what life is like. But it's not for the want of not trying to help our fans and please our fans, because we do genuinely do it as a massive part of what we do is you guys, because we know how hard you travel. And if we ever change that, you come and tell me first thing, because I won't let my team forget who they are and what they're about. And one final question, because we know we're short on time. Have you got a message for the fans ahead of Sunday? Absolutely. I'll look down the camera. You are the absolute livelihood of what we do. You're the air that we breathe. So come and support us. Come and give your energy, your love and commitment so that we can echo that and drive us onto a really high level of performance, because we want to perform in a theatre of dreams and make a real spectacle for you to really enjoy, so that we can keep growing our game.
Thanks for your time. Thank you, and happy birthday again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.